Okay, my friends, how are you today? Hungry Mama Me here with another recipe. Okay, see what that is? That is 100% organic ground beef, 85% lean, 15% fat. No added hormones, raised without antibiotics. You know, like the best you can get. I try to stay away from all the additives and stuff that they like to put into their things, into the foods that we eat. Okay, I think the best thing to do is cut this open with the scissors. Yeah. Alright, so let's go down here just a little bit. Let me get my scissors. Will that make a decisive difference in defeating the terror group? First thing you want to do is turn it on. That's to saute. Okay. Yep, that is acknowledging you pushed the button. So now it'll start heating up to saute. I'm going to go ahead and put this hamburger into the Instant Pot. And then I'll break it up as I go along. And this is, let's see, yeah, 1 pound. We don't want too much meat. We're making chili. We don't want too much meat in, but enough to just flavor it. This is going to be, you know, like the Wendy's chili. Well, yeah, I'm going to imitate Wendy's. With E-Train's powerful training tools right at your fingertips, you have access to in-depth analysis, level 2 data, and a team of experienced traders ready to help you. So, it's like having the power. Get my spoon. Wherever you are, it's your trade. Let this start heating up, and then we'll come back to that. Meanwhile, we will start cutting our onions. I have about 3/4, maybe even a little bit more of an onion that I had left over. And that's what I'm going to use. You know, a lot of people bring out their choppers and stuff to do an onion, but for me, I find it just as easy to chop it up. It takes about a minute. If I'm doing a lot of chopping, it's kind of a different story, but when I'm just chopping an onion, I'll just stick with the chopping it manually. Alright, we got all that off. All the skin is off. Cut it in here. When you're using an Instant Pot, I've told you guys this many times before, it doesn't have to be chopped too thoroughly. Because it's the Instant Pot, like almost, you know, it makes it so soft and so, I don't want to say that it evaporates in there, but because it doesn't, but it just, you don't have to cut it into small pieces. A little bit larger is okay. While this is getting ready to fry up a little, I also want to put a little seasoning into my meat. Okay, so I'm kind of flattening it out into the pan right at the moment, to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to add some seasoning to the meat itself. And we'll start with garlic. Of course. Of course. I'm going to put a little oregano. Not too much, because oregano can overpower things, so you don't want to get crazy with it, you know? Chili powder. This is just so the meat, you know, has a flavor too. We don't forget about the meat. A little bit of cumin. Just a little, guys. A little bit of salt. My pink Himalaya, yes. I'm also going to put some garlic. Organic, already chopped up garlic. I'm going to put just a little bit in. And I want to put a little bit of my onion soup mix right into the meat to flavor the meat. Now, if you haven't, I don't have it on here, gotten my recipe for the onion soup mix, you need to. You're missing out, because I use this in so many things. And I'm going to use about just a half a teaspoon. Telling you guys, get this recipe. It's easy peasy. You add it to so many things. Okay, so now we're just making sure it's all mixed up together. I want the flavor to stay in the meat. Need it to keep flopping all over when we're trying to cook it up. This should be pretty well, almost fat-free, not too much fat in this meat. You know, break it up, get it all together. Don't leave it in great big chunks, unless of course you like great big chunks. Then you can. Okay. Now I'm going to throw in my onions. And then I already have some bell peppers already cut up. I had them frozen, and I did about a cup. And they're just bell peppers, different colors. Nothing too fancy. So we want to brown this up now. Okay, I'm going to let it brown. I'm also going to add, I have some, this is for heat. I'm not going to cut it up. Just going to put them in like this. I'm going to use one whole one. I don't want to make it too hot. Because I want, if I can, try to get the baby to eat it too, but who knows. I have a hard time cooking without spice. I don't know. So that's everything in there for the moment. So anyway, here we go. I want to show you inside the pot so you get an idea. Look at that goodness in there. Oh my. Oh my, so nice, huh? Yes, it is. Let's let this brown up and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. I'm just going to show you where we're at so far. Then there is absolutely no fat to drain, or I guess because of the meat, of course. Now we're ready to go. We're going to shut this down for a minute. And I am going to add 1 can of fire roasted organic tomatoes. And I am going to add, this is chopped chilies, 1 can. And I am going to add cumin. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cumin. To keep more of their hard-earned dollars and then be able to go spend that money in the way that will best meet their health insurance needs, both for them and their families. The amount of that tax credit, how it's paid. 1 tablespoon of chili powder. That the members are, first of all, better understanding, asking questions, and then at times making adjustments so that we continue to get the votes that we need next week on the floor. Also, the president just said it's going to take some time before it gets better. A little bit of oregano, about 1/4 tablespoon. You'll see immediate relief. You will immediately see that there's going to be more choices in the market. Not much at all. You know, like I told you, do not overpower it. I still like, even though I put fresh garlic, I still like garlic powder, not the pepper. And I like coriander seeds. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple and open them and then throw them in there. To open them, get yourself a chopping board or anything like that. Put a couple on your board. And can you see this? Yes. Just smash down with a knife. And then the seeds just kind of pop right out of the pods. Okay. See these little black seeds? See if I can show you. Grab some up. You don't need too many. Across the country. And we believe that as we continue the I'm going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of the seeds. And you can buy them as seeds. I put coriander in my rice. So many different things. It's got just a really nice taste. If you haven't tried them before, give it a try. I even put these in my oatmeal. I think it gives it a nice flavor. And these are the green. You can also buy them in the black. Just using the ones that I opened. Okay, that's it for now. Get this out of the way. He needs to get on board with the plan. There's items that we can address immediately, and we must. Okay. Obamacare is on a path to destruction. I also have some tomatoes. And these are just little cherry tomatoes. I'm going to add like a handful. And then I always add a little bit of sugar. And this is a tablespoon.
Thank you for your time today. We'll see how it goes together. Thank you. Thank you.
Also going to add tomato paste. Don't have to do this in your Instant Pot. Remember, do this right on the stove in a regular pot. Okay, then I'm going to add, let me put the beans in first and then figure it out from there.
How do I know if I'm getting a good deal? Can I tell TrueCar my zip or which car I want?
My 2-cup measuring. Oh, there goes the baby's lid for his drink cup. Anyway.
More doing chores for Mom, Pearl? More doing chores for Dad, Pearl? More earning something you love, Pearl?
So these are dried beans, and what I did with this is I just boiled water and I threw these in there in the boiling water for about 15 minutes. You don't have to, you can put them in dry, but if you're cooking them on the stove, you know the deal. You got to soak them overnight or use canned. So that's 2 cups.
Duncan got his $500,000 for under $27 a month. Less than $1 a day. His secret? Select Quote.
So right at 4 cups.
Will comparison shop nearly a dozen highly rated life insurance companies and give you a choice of your 5 best rates. Duncan's wife Kathy got a $750,000 policy for $19 a month. Give your
So normally a can is about 16 ounces, somewhere's right around there. So I used 4 cups. You're going to use like 4 cans. No, about 3 cans actually for this.
With eTrade's powerful trading tools right at your fingertips, you have access to in-depth analysis, levels of data, and a team of experienced.
All right, let me start measuring the water.
It's like having the power of a trading floor wherever you are. It's your trade.
I have 2 cups right now that I added.
Start trading today at eTrade.com.
Let me take a look at this and see what I need still.
I came to IBM to manage global clients and big data, but I found so much more. It's really a melting pot of activities.
That looks delicious, delicious, delicious.
New York State is filled with bright minds like Victoria's. To find the companies and talent of tomorrow, search for our page, Jobs in New York State, on LinkedIn.
You know, I'm going to leave it with just 2 cups for right now. And I'm going to go ahead. I have everything in. I'm going to put the lid on.
Rallies and speeches, we will protect those who protect us. And that's just starting. So I think the veterans have found it treated fairly. And in a group of brilliant
And I'm going to do
businessmen are forming a board and
beans.
talented people.
What's beans? I never checked that before. Okay, so for right now, beans is good. And if I need to add more time, I will. So
Can be so outstanding. I think he actually passed 100 to nothing.
that's it.
When I heard that vote, I said,
Let's let this cook up. You seen the time, 35 minutes. and we'll be back. Okay, guys, we hit the 35 minutes. Now I'm manually releasing this because I want to check it and see where we're at with this. I've never made the chili in the iPot before, so I want to see. I have no idea. So you have to release all the steam. Nope, not yet. Won't release until it's ready. Until all the steam is totally out. Okay, still just a little bit coming out.
Until our country's representatives can figure out.
Good or bad, we're going to see shortly. It's ready, I'm afraid. Oh, nothing to be afraid about. Oh my goodness. Holy moly.
Are you agreeing with Mr. St. Paul, Councilor St. Paul?
Oh, wow.
That it's overreach? You know, as lawyers say,
oh, wow. Let you see. Nice, right? Look at this. How are the beans? Everything was just perfect. Beans are perfect. Yeah, everything is really good. Alright, so this is pretty much it. I'm going to do my mukbang tonight. Don't forget to tune in for that. I'll leave a link below this recipe. And yeah, we'll see you then. Subscribe, like, comment, and don't forget to hit that bell. Every time I put out a new video, it will alert you and show you. Until then,